Hi, my name is Randy Brown for NLP Mastery, and here we've got 6 questions that will change your life for the better. So I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna ask all the questions right now, just so you can get an overview, and then I'll go into then I'll do an in-depth review of each one and show you how this can help you and change your life. So, first question is, what's not perfect yet? Second question, what does this mean? 3, what is great about this problem? 4, what am I willing to do to make the things the way I want them? 5, what am I willing not to do to make things the way I want them? And last but not least, 6, how can I enjoy the process? So, okay, those are the 6 questions. These are good to ask sometime in the morning or sometime before you go to bed at night. That's the prime hour that you should ask these questions. Prime hours. So the first one is, what's not perfect yet? Now, if you study NLP, you'll know that this is known as a presupposition. And you can ask yourself in your life, what's not perfect yet? But the presupposition is that eventually it will be perfect. Okay? So what's not perfect yet? And this is, something that you can ask yourself, like you could say, I'm not at the weight I want to be. Well, then you know what you do? You set a goal to lose some weight. Or, you're like, what's not perfect yet? I don't make as much money as I want. Well, you can commit to be a harder worker, work more hours, help out around the workplace. So that's a question, and it'll help you, focus on your goals and what you need to do. Okay. 2 is, what does this mean? And this can also be written out as, what can I learn from this? Now, the question, what does this mean? There's a trick to that, and the trick is you get to decide what anything means. And I learned that from Anthony Robbins. You can decide whatever something means. Like say you go up to a girl, you talk to her, she goes, "You're creepy," and then she just walks off. Now you could say, like, you could ask, what does this mean? You could say, "Oh, I'm a piece of crap. I don't know how to talk to women. My life is over. This one girl said something bad to me. Oh." Or you could say, you know what this means? This means I need to get better at dating. This means I need to be a better communicator. This means I need to learn how to open women. This means maybe I should learn some communication skills or go to a dating boot camp. You get to pick the meaning. And that meaning can be either empowering or disempowering. And I would urge you to make the meaning empowering. And, like, let's say you're on a dating site like Plenty of Fish and you can't get any good ones. Well, you know what that means? Every no that you get, you're one no closer to a yes. Okay? Number 3, what is great about this problem? Now, I bet you're thinking, well, Randy, that's a crazy question. It's a problem. It's by definition, it's not a good thing. Well, maybe, maybe not. What's great about this problem? Like, let's go back to the dating thing. If you don't have a girlfriend right now, that may, in your mind, be a bad thing. But you know what else that means? That means you don't have to spend money on her. That means you don't have to pull your hair out thinking of where to take her. You don't have to spend time being like, when should I call? Should I call now? Or is that too needy? Or should I call in 3 days? Oh, am I going to remember in 3 days? How am I going to remember in 3 days? Oh, crap. How does this work? You know? And no matter what your problem is, unless somebody dies, you can always find an upside. You can always find something to be happy about. Like, my mom's got shingles, but you know what? At least she's not dead. She can still talk. She can still take me out. We can still go places and have fun. She's able to drive. So, having shingles, not great, but, basically her normal life isn't impaired much. She just has a tiny bit of pain. Okay, now number 4 and 5 are like brothers and sisters. Number 4, what am I willing to do to make things the way I want them? Now, let's say your goal is to lose weight. What I would do if I were you is I would think of some things that you can do right this instant. And believe me, there are things that you could do right now to lose weight. Like, what am I willing to do to make things that I want them? Maybe drink 8 glasses of water a day or more. Maybe do some push-ups. Maybe go to the store and buy some barbells and do some presses. Or you could look up some videos on dieting, or you could, go to the store and get a book on South Beach diet or whatever. You know. And number 5, like I said, is like the brother or sister to number 4. What am I willing not to do to make things the way I want them? And you're probably asking, Randy, that's a weird question. If I'm not doing something, why would that even be a consideration? Well, I'll tell you why. What am I willing to do? What am I willing not to do to make things the way that I want them? Like maybe you want to cut back on the times you eat out. Maybe you're willing not to go to Starbucks every day. Maybe you're willing to not eat sugar. Maybe you're willing to not eat flour or rice. Maybe you're willing not to binge on pizza every weekend. So those are some things that you're willing not to do. All right. And the last question is, how can I enjoy the process? Now, if you're having trouble cleaning up your room or the house, let me give you a really cool secret. Find one of your favorite CDs, or go through your MP3 collection and find the longest song that you like. Try to get it something between 5 to 10 minutes. A lot of people don't make 10-minute songs, but choose something on the long side, like a 5-minute song. As long as you can get it. If you can get 10 minutes, get 10 minutes. But play that song for 5 or however many minutes long it is, and clean your ass off. And trust me, I put on a 5-minute song and I clean my room, and really 5 minutes was all it needed. Like 5 intense minutes of cleaning is all this room needed, and now it's clean. So, how can I enjoy the process? If you want to clean something, or if you're doing exercise, or if you're doing your work at a job, you know what'll help? Music always helps. You could listen to it on your iPod or your iPod Shuffle, or on your computer, on headphones. Music makes things easier to do. I don't know why, it just does. So how can I enjoy the process? Like another way is you can use leverage on yourself, and you could make it a contest. Like if you're an animator and I wanted to animate something, we could have like a little animation contest, and whoever wins pays the other guy $5. So you can make it a little contest to see who gets done first. Not only you're having fun, you're working hard, but you get a reward at the end of the day. How can I enjoy the process of getting what I want? And another thing is, like, let's say you've got to go to the IRS or the DMV or the Social Security office. That can be pretty boring, and there are a lot of boring and bored people there. And usually at these places, you have to sit for a good 1 to 3 hours of sitting in order to, do what you need to do. But you know what? Bring a friend. And if you can't bring a friend, bring a book. Now you can go to any thrift store and you can get a good long book for 25 cents to $3. And instead of just sitting there bored like a bump on a log doing nothing, you could be reading. Or let's say you're a student. Bring your textbook along with you and study. So there you go, people. Those are the 6 questions, and I'll go through them again. What's not perfect yet? Number 2, what does this mean or what can I learn from this? 3, what is great about this problem? 4, what am I willing to do to make things the way I want them? 5, what am I willing not to do to make things the way I want them? And number 6, how can I enjoy the process? So those are the 6 power questions. And, it's best to ask these, when you get up in the morning and before you go to bed at night. Maybe you could do it in a journal. That's cool too. And these questions they'll help lift your mood and they'll help you stay positive. And, staying positive is the key. Now, I'm not endorsing positive thinking, like saying, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, because you know what? There are weeds, and they're going to take your garden. But it's better to be in a positive state of mind than a negative state of mind. So here are the 6 questions, and I think I'm done. Goodbye.